village around the top of your doorway is so pretty.
It's so cute. Yeah, shout out to Highlights Magazine because they had this idea of making like little cookie cutter houses. I don't think you're supposed to tape them to your walls, but for kids just to make. But Sapphire wanted to do it, and we were having so much fun that then we started doing more arts and crafts, and we added more houses. I made little like flag poles for it, and I put it over my front door. And then Coco joined us, and she did create an evil lair and a dragon. She wanted the dragon to be blowing fire towards the townspeople. And I rarely put my foot down when it comes to creativity because art is subjective and you do what your heart sings. But in this case, I did have to say, pipe down, heart. This dragon can be blowing fire away from my happy little Christmas village. It's going to be a white Christmas, not a burning, fiery death Christmas.
Now, when I come on New Year's Eve, hopefully it's still up so I can add the John Benet Ramsey house to it.
That will be when we know our Christmas village is complete. Now, speaking of the holidays, I do want to send out the thoughts and the prayers to all of the families out there that participate in the Santa surveillance squad, the elf on the shelf. To that, I say ACAB, even elf on the shelf. But I am sending thoughts and prayers because I have opted out of it, but I do know that the children love it, and I hope that each and every one of you remember to move that little elf and do all the little chaos.
I think I would love Elf on the Shelf if I was a parent. I would have real fun with it.
See, my problem is the structure of it because I am whimsical. Let's not forget, I just talked about taping up a Christmas village in my living room. But I think it is the timeline of like, you have to do it every night. You have to remember to move it. I guess I should have given the disclaimer, if you got kids in the car, turn it off. But once again, I'm imploring you, look inward if you're listening to this show with kids in your car. We are not role models.
No, we're not. That's the least thing they're going to learn today. I think a little prank on a kid is funny, maybe like a whoopee cushion, whatever, but I don't like pranks, number one. And I do think pranks can have long-term effects on a kid. Like, remember that boy that lived next door to me and wore that scary mask next to my garbage can?
You do bring it up quite a bit.
It's formative for me. And I do think that's why I'm afraid of like home invasion or like that kind of stuff, because I was just taking out my trash and then here was a grown man in a
future
scary
felon,
mess.
from what I've heard.
Yeah. So I do think like kids will remember this and it will cause them trauma. With that said, I saw a TikTok of this woman, because kids are not supposed to touch the elf. That's the thing. Like if you touch the elf, it loses its magic. So the little girl touched the elf. So the next day the mom the mom took chicken wing bones and made a skeleton of it and just put the hat on top. And when the little girl went down to check, the mom was like, oh, you must have touched her the day before.
That's haunting.
I know. I loved it, but it is.
That poor girl is going to start being like Rogue from X-Men and just be wearing gloves everywhere because she's sucking the life out of people.
Speaking of sucking the life out of people, aren't you reading new books?